So this is chapter 6, System of Equation Word Packet, and this is day 3. So we're going to look at another set of different type word problems that we've already done. Starting with number 14, it says Maya is 5 years older than her brother, and 5 years ago she was 2 times older than her brother. 5 years ago she was 2 times older than her brother. How old is each sibling now? Question? No. Okay. So we're looking at this, and what I'm going to do is, first of all, define my variables. So I'm definitely going to say M stands for Maya's age, and B stands for her brother's age. And the thing is, they're talking about 2 different time frames here. Okay, so if it was just now, it's not that bad. It says that she is 5 years older than her brother. So that means M equals her brother plus 5. And I think that would be pretty cut and dry. Everybody would do okay with that. But the problem is, now we got to talk about 5 years ago. That's a problem. 5 years ago. So what we've got to do is we've got to take Maya's age and subtract 5 from it. And then we've got to take her brother's age and subtract 5 from it. But the thing is, 5 years ago, she was 2 times her brother's age. Now think about that for a minute. We've got Maya's age now, subtract 5. So 5 years ago on Maya. Her brother's age 5 years ago would be B minus 5. She was twice that age back then. So that second equation is a little bit trickier to think about. So now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and solve this. So Maya minus 5 equals 2 brothers minus 10. And I'm going to use a substitution with this. I'm going to take the fact that Maya equals B plus 5 and plug that in right here for Maya. So B plus 5 minus 5 equals 2B minus 10. So on the left, if I combine like terms, 5 minus 5 is just now gone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say subtract B from each side so that 0 on the left equals B minus 10. Add 10, so her brother is 10. So how old would Maya be then? 15. Maya is 15 years, and her brother is 10 years. She was 5 years older than her brother. Okay, that one is my least favorite problem on this whole packet, right there. I don't know if you can see why, but you got to do a little more thinking, I guess. Okay? So you got to take what she is now, brother plus 5, and then take both of them back however many years it says. Okay? So subtract 5 from both of them, and then you go from there. All right, questions about Maya. Ben. She's 2 times older than what her brother was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, he was B minus 5. She was 2 times older than her brother. Okay? Right there. She was 2 times older than her brother 5 years ago. So you take 5 off of both of their ages, and she's double that. Okay? Yeah. Okay. We're going to skip ahead to number 16, so let's look at one like this. A rectangle has a perimeter of 18 centimeters. Its length is 5 centimeters greater than its width. Find the dimensions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle. Here's its length and here's its width. I'm going to say L equals length, so you know you define your variables, and W equals width. The perimeter is 18. Well, that tells me I got to use that formula for perimeter. So 2 lengths plus 2 widths. So the 2 lengths plus 2 widths equals 18. That's the perimeter equation. And then the equation about its length is 5 centimeters greater than its width. L equals W plus 5. So I've got my 2 equations, and now I'm going to do a substitution. I'm going to substitute W plus 5 in place of L. So 2 times the quantity W plus 5 plus 2W equals 18. And then I just have to solve this multi-step equation. So distributive property, 2W plus 10 plus 2W equals 18. 4W plus 10 equals 18, and subtract 10. So 4 widths equals 8. Divide by 4. My width is 2 centimeters. So over here I get 2 centimeters. And then the length would be 2 plus 5, or 7 centimeters. Okay, so you have to pull in the formula from perimeter. So you have to know 2 lengths plus 2 widths equal perimeter. They're going to give you one in relation to the other, the length or width. And that's where you get your second equation. Okay, questions about that? All right, we're going to skip ahead then to number 23. Number 23, we got to talk about, I think I have to go back on this. This is out of line. There it is. 2 consecutive numbers, sum to 9, find the numbers. So, consecutive. So remember, all right, so number 23, 2 consecutive numbers, sum to 9, find the numbers. All right, if they are consecutive, so I'm going to say, I'm going to do n, because that's how we've done these in the past. So the first number would be n, and the second, since it's consecutive, would be n plus 1. Now, if it's consecutive odd or consecutive even, like I'm going to go ahead and let you fill in for number 24, the first one would be n, but if it's consecutive odd, how many does it skip when they're odd or even? 2. So n plus 2. So just so you remember that. All right, so 2 consecutive numbers sum to 9. So that just means my first plus my second equal 9. So n plus 1 equals 9. So I kind of combine like terms. 2n plus 1 equals 9. And go from there. 2n equals 8. And divide by 2. N equals 4. So my first number is 4, and my second number is 5. So if it's consecutive odd or consecutive even, please make sure you do n and n plus 2. So you've got some of those consecutive ones like that. Okay. And I'm going to try to quickly get in number 36. It's the last kind that I needed to show you. So let's kind of skip ahead to that. I hope. A chemist has a solution which is 40% pure acid and another that is 15% pure acid. How many ounces of each solution should he use to make 40 ounces of solution, which is 25% pure acid? We did this with the mixture problems and did a table back in chapter 2. I want to show you this so that you don't have to use a table unless you want to. So here's what you would do. We're going to say X is the 40% amount, and we're going to say Y is the 15% amount. We're going to combine these together to get 40 ounces, okay? So X plus Y equals 40 ounces. But now we got to talk about the percentages, and it's just like that mixture problem I showed you on Wednesday. So 40% X plus 15% Y. Here's where you cannot forget to put the 40 in there. What percent is the mixture, Jared? 25. So 25% of 40. Don't forget that you've already got that amount. So the 25% of 40 really is just 10. All right, we don't want those decimals in there, so we're going to take this bottom one times 100, and it would be, taking it times 100, 40x plus 15y equals 1,000. Then you're going to take the top equation. I'm going to go ahead and take it times negative 15. So negative 15x minus 15y equals negative 15x is negative 600. When I combine these together, I get 25x equals 400, so that when I divide by 25, x is 16. So there's 16 ounces of the 40%, and when I plug that in, that would give me 24 ounces of the 15%. This is just like those problems we did on that mixture using a table.